Welcome back to another edition of the podcast. I don't even know if we can call it a podcast tonight. Something I've never ever tried on the channel, so you're going to have to bear with me. We're doing a watch-along for Forrest Green Rovers versus FC Halifax Town, but we'll also look at all the other National League games as well whilst we do this that are playing tonight. We're going to discuss the National League as a whole. Obviously, I don't want to speak about too much because we've got tomorrow's podcast as well. But we're going to have a look at last night's results, analyse the table a little bit without going into too much detail. And honestly, you can ask me whatever you want in that live chat. I've got absolutely no idea how well this will go down tonight. Like I've said, I've never done it before. The podcasts on the channel have blown up from when I first did it. So it's going to be interesting to see if many people are interested tonight. Obviously, most Forest Green fans will be at the game, so you won't probably get any Forest Green fans watching. And a lot of people can obviously watch it as well through National League TV. So it just depends on what your taste is, to be honest. And a lot of fans are at games tonight. So I've got no idea how successful this is going to be tonight. Honestly, worst comes to worst, I sit here, I watch the game, enjoy myself. 6 people watch, and we literally just have a chat. And then if it's horrid, we don't try it again for a while, and then we may give it another go at some point, to be honest. But I can't see me losing, to be honest, in this situation so far. But yeah, I'm going to try promote it a little bit to get a few more people in here. Like I've said, honestly, I've got no idea how this is going to do. It's something I've not tried before. Also, I've come in and the whole background and everything that I've got set up before, like that, for example, in the top corner, that is all been messed up. So I have to re-put it in last minute. That's why we were late, by the way. But no, I am looking forward to tonight's game. Also, what I'm going to need, I need people to get involved in the live chat because I'm on my own. And I don't want to just be talking to myself, to be honest, for like 2 hours or whatever. But we've had someone who's actually come in tonight. Evening chats, Oldham really kicking into gear now. Next 9 games see us play. Only 2 of the top 11 could really see us kick on. Yeah, Oldham, they're an interesting side. Like I've said, I've wrote them off all season. Well, I've wrote them off at the start of the season. I can appreciate now the fact that, yes, I've really, really underestimated Oldham. And probably for the first time, because in previous years I've always overestimated where they'd finish. But something else that I will say about them is throughout the season, I've always thought, you know what, fair enough, they'll probably get playoffs. And I've said, I can doubt they'll be in a title race. Now I'm thinking they'll be in a title race. And the reason I say that is because of the additions that they've actually made, include Sam Clucas coming in, Stones obviously coming as well, who did well for them last season, and the likes of Norwood's back from injury now. So for me, I can't see why not Oldham are in the title race. And, you know, we're going to speak a lot about that tonight. So yeah, it should be an interesting one. We've got 1 or 2 more that have popped in. Like I've said, I've got no idea how this is going to go down tonight. First time doing anything like this. I doubt it'll do as well as the normal podcasts, to be honest. So we'll just have to see how it goes. And like I said, worst comes to worst, I just sit here and watch the game as usual. And it just turns out that there's a few people watching me. So yeah, it'll be interesting. But now I am looking forward to it. I want it to be quite laid back as well. I don't want it to be where it's very like formal tonight because it's a watch along. So you can just ask me what you want. We're going to have a look at the National League table in a little while as well. So, yeah, just get everything ready and we'll be watching this game. I think we've got 3 minutes to kick off now. I'll actually read I'll have a look at the lineups and we can analyse that a bit. I can actually put it on the big screen as well. But like I've said, I've got no idea how this is going to go down tonight, to be honest. I don't have a co-host either with me. So, yeah, we'll have to see how it goes, to be honest. Yeah, so we'll have to just see. I'll just put this out to a few more people as I've got no idea how this will do. Right. Share this to Twitter. Also, if you do follow me on YouTube and you want to follow me on Twitter, then you can follow me Twitter. I think there's a link in the description. Should also make a shout out if you are watching this. Then, to be fair, you're kind of a super fan to the podcast in a way. There is a link in the description where you can become a channel member. We've got a fair few amount of actually joined to become channel members now. So if you want to become a channel member, you can do, and you get bonus episodes as well with that and early access. And you get to use your club emoji in the live chat as well. We've had Stingstone who's come in and said, perhaps the Forest Green fan from the space will turn up. To be honest, if he's actually a York fan, so you never know, to be honest. He might tune in tonight. But no, it was funny that I will give it him. But no, like I've said, absolutely no idea how it's going to go. I don't know how entertaining I'm going to be on my own, to be honest. But we're going to have a look at the table. What I need, I don't care if there's like 5 people with us in 10 minutes. I need people to like chat, so it's not like I'm talking to myself, if that makes sense. It'll be a lot easier when the game actually comes on, which will be in like a minute actually, so I need to get that on now. It'll be, like I said, it'll be a lot easier when the game actually does kick off, because then I can watch the game and kind of forget about everything else that's going on. So yeah, I'm going to get that up now if I can find it. So we've got 13 people. I will, 7 minutes in, it'll do for something like this. It'll do 16 now. So we're getting there. Yeah, this, honestly, do you know what this reminds me of? Because it's the first time I'm doing anything like this. This reminds me of when I used to do my podcasts on Halifax. You'd get like 10 people in and that was it. So it's kind of a bit of a flashback now. But to be fair, like I've said, the channel's come a long way since then. And maybe that'll be a thing with the watch-alongs. If I keep doing them over time, maybe more people will get interested in them. But honestly, in a way, a lot of people, I'm guessing, will be watching the actual game instead of listening to me, or they'll be at a game. So yeah, I need to get this game up though, to be fair, because I think it's actually kicked off, which isn't a good start considering I'm doing a watch along. I'll answer the questions in a second. I know 1 or 2 more people have come in. All right. Okay, whoever your name is. Blumming heck. Some people are very impatient. Right. Why is it? I need to get in my zone up now. Right. I've got that. So, come on. Right, I'm in. Right, I need to just get the game up now. Here we go. I think I've got the game on. Obviously, common sense. I can't put it on the screen because my channel would go. So, right, Wayne. Right, I think I've got games on, so I've got it. What we'll do as well, we'll have a look at the other games as I'm on with it. I might put it on my laptop and screen it to my laptop, to be honest, but I've got the game here. So yeah, we'll have a look. We'll have a look at the table actually while I'm doing this. So like I said, the game's on now. Let's add this on. Right, there we go. So 15 people watching. I've had worse numbers, like I've said, but not for a long time. So I do appreciate those who've actually tuned in. Like I said, it's something totally different. I probably should have done this by now, to be honest. Right, so let's have a look. I'll tell you what's going to be interesting tonight. I've not seen Forest Green play all season. I've seen 1 or 2 highlights and that. And what I've gained from statistics is that they don't actually keep much of the ball, which is similar to how Halifax play. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of game this is, because honestly, I'm quite confident. I've gone for a 2-2 draw for this game. So yeah, it'll be an interesting one. I've missed them at the first 4 minutes, so... is that Charlie? What are your thoughts for today's game, Luke? If that is that a York fan, I believe? Honestly, like I said, I'm quite confident. 2-2 draw I've gone for. Like I've said, I'm more confident when we're playing against the better sides. So yeah, I'm pretty confident. But now Halifax are attacking at the moment. So I've had quite a good start. Looking at the table at the moment, of course, Forest Green sit top. Even a draw tonight would actually keep them top. And I think if they did lose, it depends by how many. I'm guessing York have probably scored more goals than Forest Green so far. So, or have they? I think Forest Green would stay top unless we win by 2 clear goals. Of course, Barnet are playing themselves tonight, so that'll be an interesting one. They're away at Yeovil. York last night losing was a bit of a shock, but I have to say, Altrincham were very, very strong. Regan Linney's a quality player. I've always thought this lad's a quality player, but he's just not consistently putting the goals in. For example, one week he'll score a hat-trick and then he won't score for another 7 games. And if he can be a bit more consistent, honestly, I would say he's one of the top 3 strikers in this division overall. You've got Pearce, of course, at York, who's good, who's in a very good York side. Doidge, obviously, at Forest Green. Kabamba. But I genuinely feel he's a really, really good player. It might be better to screen this onto my laptop. Yeah. Oh, you're a Dagenham fan. All right. Good win for you, though, yesterday, to be fair. Obviously beating Aldershot at home. Don't think you played particularly well. But what I will say is it was a big win for you. Like I said, I've always fought with Dagenham. They're a side for me where I feel like they should be doing better than what they are doing. They're always mid-table. And like this season, I feel like you could really kick on. But you look at some of those games, like you probably look at the Barnet game, 3-1 up. I know it's against Barnet, but you shouldn't be losing when you're 3-1 up. Dropping points, at Boston when you take the lead. There's another game as well where you ended up losing 2-1 or Tamworth as well. You look at those 3, and to be honest, it was doable to get all 9 points. Christopher's come in and said, Gateshead fan here, very disappointing result and performance against, you know what, you or whatever your name is, can't be bothered, so you can go. Very disappointing result performance against 10-man Rochdale last night. Nothing went our way, and Rochdale did a job on us. On to Saturday against managerless Braintree. Yeah, Braintree lost the manager, didn't they, today? But yeah, cheers to everyone that's tuning in. Like I've said, I'm doing this for a bit of fun. I've not ever done a watch-along before. I don't know what numbers are going to be like. I don't particularly care. I'm just going to watch the Halifax match, have it on my screen. People can come in and chat, and we'll just see how it goes. Like I said, I don't expect the 50, 60, 70, or even 80 people that watch on a Thursday to be tuning in tonight, because most people will either be watching it like I'm doing, or at an actual game, or watching Champions League football, because obviously that's on as well, which doesn't help. But yeah. You know what? I'm going to actually screen this to my laptop because I think it'll be easier. Oh, Forest Green just had their first effort. It was outside of the box, nowhere near, to be fair. Christian Deutsch actually with the effort. Obviously, I think most people will be aware. For Halifax, he's probably the danger man. Right, let's get signed in on my laptop because this might be easier. Right, Wayne. So I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch it on my laptop and then look at the comments on my phone. I think that's probably easier. But no, we'll have a look at the table and everything like that. You can ask me anything. You don't have to be it can be anything. Like I've said, something totally different. Don't expect many to be watching. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. See what everyone is saying. I'll look at comments in a sec, guys. The aim tonight is to not go to 0. That is the one aim. And if we go to 0, then I won't do it. I won't do this again because I can't remember a time where I ever had 0 listeners. And yeah, so we'll have to just see. But now I'm going to get the game up. Like I said, I don't really know how this is going to go. We'll have to just see if my blooming screen wants to load. No, I want the National League game on. Just never the loose ball, finds long can't find a teammate himself. Keller gets the ball back for Halifax. McAllister's come back in defence. Right, I'm going to get this game on me. Come off that. I might have to stop join live. There we go. Yeah, I know. Oh, it can never be simple. Just let me watch this game. Manage your devices. I've come off. So, there we go. Oh, all right. Right, okay, here we go. So we should be able to get it on now. Right. I've not been very prepared. I'm going to end up missing a goal with this. I've nearly got it up here. Everyone will be gone by the time I've got this on. Right. Come on, let us on. Join live. Here we go. I think it's on. I'll have to turn sound down because I don't know if that gets copyrighted or not, but oh, yeah, one. So turn the sound down. Sound. Tell you what, I've paid a tenner for this and it is very laggy. That's easy. Come on. There we go. Right, sound's off now, so I'm just watching it. I need to close some of these down. Right. Is everyone gone? Still 10 others. Right. Got the game on now. Up the effing Rovers. Shut up, you're 2 foot tall. Cheers, mate. I'm back. Good for you. So you got a chance here. Keeping a chance. I think Halifax probably been a better team. Right. I'm like, right. Oh. So yeah, obviously, like I've said, not many watching. I don't expect it to be. I think I've sorted everything out now. So if you want to put out in live chat, I'll respond to it. I'm gonna just literally watch the game. I've never ever done a watch along, so I don't know how like it's gonna do. Obviously, it's probably not gonna do as well as what the normal podcasts do because it's something different. It's not particular. I'd say it is a popular game in a way because Forrest Green are in the title race and Halifax are on the verge of the playoffs. But most people will be watching it instead of listening to me. So yeah, we'll have to just see how it goes. I ain't even looked at lineups. I've been that like busy setting everything up. I want to. Do you know what I want to? I'm going to do it on tomorrow's podcast properly, but I want to discuss 3 up, 3 down because I put a tweet about it last night, and it did quite well. And thing is, it's quite repetitive because everyone's been speaking about it for years, and it's getting boring because there's no change. But I've noticed it's gone very quiet ever since Wrexham and Notts County left the division because obviously they're big clubs. Ryan Reynolds was very in favour of 3 up, 3 down, yet nothing changed. And obviously they've left now, so you haven't got a celebrity like that, all 4 3 up, 3 down. So now it's gone very quiet, and it doesn't feel like it's going to happen. Yet I personally feel that it's still needed. Forest Green have just had a free kick and an effort. It's gone way over the bar. So yeah, I want to hear your thoughts because obviously I think most people are in favour of 3 up, 3 down if you're in the National League, that is. But I think what I want to know is what are the solutions to actually solve 3 up, 3 down? Because at the moment it goes down to voting, doesn't it, for League Two sides? trying to think of ways to kind of get this out because it's not doing the best. Thanks to those that have tuned in, though. I do appreciate it. I don't know if you can access the game or not, but like I said, I do appreciate you tuning in. Obviously, I've not done this. It's a watch along. I don't know how 5th division games will do as a watch along. So, like I said, I do appreciate it. Forget to. See how. Forrest Green attacking now. Okay. Also, for those who are watching, I've like I said, never done it. I don't know how to keep this entertaining because I'm watching the game. The way I see it is, if people in live chat, I'll respond to all the questions and we can have a discussion because that's the only way I can think of keeping it entertaining. I don't think people are going to want me constantly going, Hottie's on the ball, Oliver Ball is on the ball. I think people are probably wanting more of me just saying when there's any big moments, and that's about it. I don't plan on commentating on this game because people can watch the commentary on radio, can't they? So, yeah. So just let me know, guys, in live chat how you want me to do this. Yeah, because I've got no idea how to do a watch along. Thing is, it doesn't look hard. It's not, but I don't want it to be boring. So I'm like trying to find ways to kind of keep it entertaining. We'll have a look at the other games as well, obviously, and talk a bit about them. Don't help I've had to ban 2 people. How many have we got watching? 10. Come on. If we get 20 at one point, which is doable, I will give away a free membership to someone. So if we can get 20 in, I'll give away a free membership to one of the 20 that's listening, which means you'll get like bonus episodes and everything like that. Barnet are beating Yeovil. I look at Yeovil, honestly, they're just outside the playoffs at the moment. They've been in the playoffs. I think they're going to slip away quite far down the table into more mid-table for me personally. I'm not, as a Halifax fan, I don't see them as a playoff contender or playoff rival. I look at Solihull, I look at Hartlepool, and probably I think after the other night I look at Altrincham as well as sides that I feel like could be playoff contenders. I'm going to have a look at the live chat. I probably won't put it on because I'm looking at it on my phone so I can watch the game as well. Like I've said, I do appreciate everyone that's tuning in. If obviously, like I've said, it's something new. It's not, in a way, it's probably not the best game to kick it off with on a Wednesday night. Champions League's on. It's not like an Oldham are playing and we're doing it. It's Forest Green v Halifax, which I think the reason I thought maybe it'll be okay is because if you're a York fan, you'll be interested because you want us to win. And if like you're a Solihull fan, you're interested because you need Forest Green to win. So, like I said, I'm not sure how it's going to do. Obviously, if you're new, it's not always like this. We do a regular podcast. To be fair, it's started to do proper well over the last couple of years. So if you do want it to be like this more often, but where it's a little bit bigger, then I would check out the podcast. We'll be going live tomorrow night. It's a lot more formal. It's not just me talking. We've done a few interviews as well. Justin Reeves, we've just had on from Southend. That's accessible now. Stay here. I need you to stay here. But after this, you can obviously, or tomorrow, whenever, you can obviously check that out. So, yeah. As in terms of this game, there's not really been much in it. I'd probably say Halifax probably edging it at the moment for me, which is good. Like I've said, no one's watching. It's fine. I can just watch this game. But like I said, I need to try things like this because I need to find new ways for the podcast to kind of expand it and keep it National League as well. So I just think doing things like this is might be a good idea long term. So those who are watching now, I do appreciate it. Because when I first started doing the podcast, these were the numbers that are in now. So obviously it's grown a lot since now, where we're getting 5, 6, 7, 8, even probably 10 times as much as what's listening now at times. And that's, in my opinion, why if you don't try things like this, then you never know how it'll grow, to be honest. So, yeah, it's a bit of a flashback. I remember doing things like this for Halifax when I first started when I was like 14, and these were the numbers. So it's a good flashback. But no, like I've said, I do appreciate everyone who's tuned in. I'll have a look at the live chat actually, because obviously a few people have come in. I think there's been a topic of the relegation battle actually. We've had another underwhelming season incoming for Dagenham. We've also had you is back. Yeah, you can come back. So I'll have to see. Charlie's come and said Ebbsfleet, Boston, Braintree and Fyle to go down. Ebbsfleet, Boston, I think will go down. I think Fyle will go down. And I could see I think Woking. I'm not too sure about them. They drew midweek against a 10-man Southend. There's one or two in live chat still who are creating like new accounts. I don't think it's someone I know who's like a mate or someone taking mick or not. I'll ignore it, and then we'll just have to see. Get this from time to time. Especially when, like I said, there's not many watching. It's kind of more visible. Spenny fans going to say, come back to the North, Boston and Fyle floor. Yeah, what's silly about the North and South? We've got like Oxford City and Needham Market, who are clearly Southern teams playing in the North. Forest Green attacking here. To be fair, McCann's probably been Forest Green's best player so far. Right. Ah, it's Noah. Oh no, Forrest Green in. Well, not in, but attacking. Yeah, you know what? I'll try this again at some point. Oh no, Forrest Green in. Uh, I'll try this again, but I'll do it for a game where I reckon this sort of thing will probably do better at the end of the season. We'll have a look actually at all the other games. So at the moment, obviously Barnet are beating Yeovil. So Barnet Barnet are back to the top of the league. They've been away for a few weeks, followed by Forest Green and York are down to third. Oldham have a game in hand on all of the clubs. If they win their game in hand, they'll be a point behind York. That game in hand, they don't actually play a league game until mid-December, which is against Wealdstone, which although Wealdstone have improved, the way Oldham are going at home at the moment, you would back them to win. They've also got Braintree away, which you'd back Oldham to win as well. And then they've got York at home, which is that'll be a very, very interesting game on Boxing Day. Handball is just appeals for handball, I should say. I'm not a commentator. It's been a poor game. So for the first ever watch along, don't think Files will go down. Will go are one of the best sides. They are at times, and they were last season, but some of the games they've lost, the league is getting stronger lower down, and they do rely on Nick Horton very heavily. And if I was him, honestly, I'd be leaving in Jan. I don't know why he's stuck with them, to be honest. What's more impressive is he's playing a side like Filed and producing the numbers that he is doing. Like, if he were playing in a top side and he scored those goals, you still think it was impressive. But to think this is File's side, he's done very well. And some of the goals he scored are just unreal. I'll have a look at Champions League while we're at it. See those games. It's not something I usually promote on this channel, but have a look. To be fair, there's no fixtures that are like really that much to talk about. I need to watch Goldbridge more. He's kind of like the king who does this sort of thing, isn't he? Forest Green, attacking. I've not been that concerned of Forest Green so far. There's a long throw now. Not Bentosa taking it. No, it's not actually. Let's have a look at other results in National League. To be fair, we've got half time coming up, so I picked Barnet to win the league for the start of the season. Going to be an interesting rest of the season. To be fair, I backed Barnet to win at the start of the season. I backed them to win the league. I don't think they will now. I think, honestly, this sounds so hypocritical. I could see Oldham winning the league now. But I'm gonna go for York, I think. I know they lost last night. I think, honestly, if you look, you've got Forest Green, who are going to be up there all season, I think. I don't think they'll win it. They've got a small squad. Barnet, I think, will be up there. You've got Forest Green, Barnet, York. Forest Green have got a free kick here. Oh, that was close. Oh, it was a highlight, wasn't even the actual free kick. But and you've probably got Oldham as well. Yeah, Oldham. But I think if I was to do me, and it changes every week, by the way. If I was to do my top 4 at the moment, I'd have York to win the league, Oldham to come second, Forest Green third, Barnet fourth. No, Barnet third, Forest Green fourth. And I think I could. Oh, Galvin's in it. Galvin's nice feet. Tackle. Well, just been questions about a late challenge, but I thought that was a pretty good one. And it's in slow motion as well. These are, I will say something to the rest of the division. These are beatable. I'm not being disrespectful to Forest Green because they've clearly done well to be in the position they are. And there's a reason why they're in their position. That's probably because they take the chances and they catch teams on the break. But so far, I think of York and even Barnet, the Barnet side would beat. And I don't think these are as good as either. And particularly not Oldham either. I know only 36 minutes in, but this game I could see being, I think, obviously my original prediction were 2-2. I'm going for, I think it could be 1-0 either way, me. They're just probably good defensively, hard to score against, and then they probably can catch you on the break, and that's something they're probably good at. I don't think, obviously, keeping the ball, that's not their style, but I don't think many people will come away from playing Forest Green thinking they're the best side in the division, but they're effective in the way they like to play. How many we got watching now? 15. Come on, numbers have started to go up. So if you've just joined us, new thing this, watch along. I've never done a watch along before, so I don't really know how it's gonna do. I need it to be interactive. Because I don't want to just talk to myself for ages. So yeah, if you do want to like come in and speak, well, if you want to speak, then just go in the live chat and you can put comments in there. I want it to be quite laid back. It's not a proper podcast. If you want a proper podcast where we talk about the National League in more detail, tomorrow night, 9 p.m, we will be live. It's a lot more, I'd say, it's a lot more popular than this because this is new, something that I've not done before. So like I've said, if you want that kind of thing where there's lots of people tuning in, then come tomorrow as well. But at the moment, I'm just watching the game and I thought, you know what, not doing anything else. Why don't I try a watch along? And like I said, it's new. I'm not sure how it's going to do, but we'll see how this goes. And then maybe in the future we can make it a regular thing. And you never know. And I, like I've mentioned, it kind of gives flashbacks to how it used to be when I used to do my old podcast for Halifax back in the day when I was like 13, 14. But no, like I said, thanks to everyone that has tuned in tonight. Yeah. I want to ask, this is a question to live chat. There's 16 of you watching. We've said we want to try get at least 20 in tonight. How many what is the best side that you've seen at your team at your stadium or away from home this season? For me, I think Oldham I were quite impressed with, I'll be honest. And I think York didn't play well, but you could tell they were a good side. And that's the same with Barnet. I don't think Barnet played well, but you could tell they were a good side. Away from home, I don't think I've seen us lose once away from home in the league, and I think that was to Rochdale. Because I didn't go to Braintree, and I think we lost one other away from home as well. But let's look at this game. I won't pay for this every week, so it's very laggy. I have to charge my phone at half time as well. 21 watching. Someone said York were the best team at Roots Hall this season. Barnet for Dagenham. Solihull we've had. Solihull were half decent to be. I didn't mention them. They were pretty good at Deshay as well. We had Ben who's coming and said, "Evening, Luke. Welcome to the stream, Ben. Cheers to everyone that's tuned in once again. Something new, something different, kind of a bit of an experiment. If I don't try doing things like watch-alongs, then it'll just be the same thing, won't it? So I just thought, you know what, why not? Not doing all else. Let's try it. I'm watching the game anyway. We've had Scott who's coming. I'm a Southend fan living in the US. I only get to see the highlights, but York were decent. Can you not watch? I'm guessing you can't watch the game then. I mean, are you able to watch the game now on National League TV? Can we get an early prediction for Halifax v South? I've just been on a lad called Finn's podcast. I think it's SUFC Blue News. I was on that earlier, and I went for a 0-0. I think, and honestly, before a ball had been kicked this season, I'd have put a 0-0, to be honest. But no, this game so far, I think both teams have had a few little chances. It's probably not been the most entertaining one. I'll be honest, I don't think much to Forest Green. But I didn't think I would do because, they don't keep the ball. And if they don't keep the ball, you're probably not going to think much to a side. But they'll just be clinical on the break. And that were poor. I hadn't even looked at lineups. I know Jenkins. Oh, Jenkins for Halifax just had an effort. Like I've said, everyone. Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah, no, he's a proper sound lad, same age as me. I was on it earlier. Like I said, really nice lad. So yeah, he's doing well because the thing is, obviously, I do it on the National League as a whole, and I'm not meaning this in like an arrogant way whatsoever, but I'm like one of the only ones who does anything on the National League. So for me, like, yeah, that's his name. So for me, like, I like looking at other podcasts and stuff. That's why I wanted to do all this in the first place, because I wanted to do something, do something, but actually kind of talk about the National League because that's the team I support. Oh, sugar. Forest Green just attacked. But when I wanted to start my own podcast because I wanted to talk about the National League and things, and like it was Halifax at first because no one else did, and I thought it was a bit of an opportunity because no one else did. So obviously I inspired from like your Premier League and your Championship YouTubers, but over time, what I found not frustrating, but you look at this division and how much it's grown, and you just wish there were a few more content creators out there. And when you see people like the Southend lad who's doing it for Southend, you just think that's brilliant. And it gives Southend fans an opportunity to like have someone who can like speak about the club, because it's all well and good listening to me. Obviously, I do my research on the division, but I don't watch Southend every week. I don't watch Boston every week, so I can't specifically know how a team's playing all the time. Whereas if you've got someone like that, a correspondent for your own club, you can actually kind of take more information from them, where I've a bit more of a balance as well. I could, but time difference makes it tough. See, so this is beneficial to some people, I suppose. Scott, I don't know if you've tuned into the podcast before, but obviously we're live every Thursday. So if you want to get like your National League fix and everything, then I'd come there as well. Who you reckon gets the playoffs? I don't like answering this, but to be fair, like I said tonight, I will answer it. I'll half time. That's something to talk about, so I'll answer that at half time. Also, everyone else, let us know who you think's going to get inside the playoffs this season. Hey, I try. Yeah, I think I have seen your name in there before. To be fair, yeah, I did. To be fair, like I said, I know it. When people obviously like give me positive feedback, I do genuinely appreciate it because it does mean a lot. It's half time, by the way. Like I said, nothing to split the teams, but it does mean a lot because obviously I've started this channel. It's grown over time, and it is still a small channel. Um, it is still, so when you get feedback like that, it genuinely means a lot because I know I'm kind of in a way doing something right. An Oldham fan's coming and said, you should go on Oldham's phoning when we next play Halifax. I have actually been on before. I think I've been on twice. It's a good show. That's something I like. I don't think it'd work with the National League. Um, and I probably wouldn't do that. And I think it's kind of unique, and that's what makes it good. There aren't many clubs out there who have things like phoning. So to be fair, I do really respect it, and it's quite funny as well. Luke, here's an idea. Put the scoreboard up. This was a very, very last minute thing. I've not done any research, so I don't know how to. Well, I'd probably find a way to be able to do it, but I won't be able to do that now. I might be able to put the featured match on the screen, but it's half time at the moment. If any of you on Twitter, can you retweet the thing, the stream, please? Yeah, these ain't much in it, to be honest. Right, I'm going to put my phone on charge. I'm going to get a drink, and then I will be back very shortly. So I will put. I've forgot an image of the sponsors. This isn't the end. It usually means it's the end, but it's not. I'm still here. It's just I don't have anything else to put up. So yeah, that's just a thanks. If you want to get me on Twitter, I am on Twitter as well. I will be. No, it won't be that long. I'll be 2 minutes. I'm just going to get a water and put my phone on charge, and I'll be back. Pardon? $9.99. Okay, like this. See how it does. It's a bit different. Wow, I'm back, guys. I'll take that off the screen. Right, off-topic question. If there was one band you could see live, who would it be? Let us know. For me, I've just seen I don't know what sort of, obviously, wide range of type of music. For me, I've just seen Cortinas, which is an indie band. They were mental. Obviously, Oasis, you can kind of tell my music taste. I'd love to I ain't got a ticket at the moment. I'd love to get a ticket for them. Although, probably not my favourite band. And then if I was to bit of a different one, probably Coldplay. Wouldn't mind seeing them live either. Let's have a look at this table and live chat. So at the current moment in time, Barnet are currently leading the way in the league. Forest Green sits second. You've then got York third. How many sides do we think are involved in this title race? Because for me personally, everyone seems to think it's between these three, and people are probably starting to think Oldham are involved. They've got a game in hand. They win their game in hand. They're 1 point behind York. In the form table, the top, they've just added Sam Clucas and Stones. They're going to be involved as well. Do we think Gateshead, Rochdale, Altrincham, and even maybe a Halifax or Solihull could be involved? For me personally, no. I think Gateshead maybe, but results like the other night against Rochdale, that proves they're probably not title-worthy winners. Altrincham, no. And I don't think Rochdale would be either. Well, I'll look at the bottom of the table in a sec, because obviously there's a few important games going on. A lot in the live chat. Hopefully it's not someone putting something dodgy in. Right, gonna have a look then. Everyone's got good music taste by the looks of it. I'll have a look at the live chat. A lot of people have come here. Right, Ben's playoff. I need to answer this as well. I will answer any, within reason, I'll answer any question tonight because I respect anyone that's actually tuned in for this. We've had Barnet, Oldham, York, Gateshead, Solihull, Rochdale is my early shout. Right, let me have a look at this table. Colin's come in and he said York, Oldham, Forest Green, Barnet, Gateshead, Solihull, Altrincham. Everyone's going for shouts to Solihull at the moment. Scott's come in. York, Forest Green, Oldham, Barnet, Halifax, Solihull. I love that with a Halifax shout. Anyone else? No, I'll have a look at the bands in a sec. And other questions as well. To be fair, didn't look good at the start. It's not actually done that bad tonight. Because you got to think about it. Wednesday night, Champions League. You can watch these games actually, actually watch it instead of listening to someone. It's not particularly I wouldn't say it's an awful game. I think it's actually quite a good one for the neutral because you look where Forest Green and Halifax are. But the two clubs, Forest Green fans are going to be at the game, and Halifax fans will be watching it on telly. So to have like 15, 20 people in, it's not awful, I don't think, for the first one we've done. Anyway, top 7. I'm going to go for an outside shot. Hartlepool 7th. I think you look at that Hartlepool squad, you look at some of the players, and they have significantly underachieved so far, and they've improved in recent weeks, and I can only see them getting stronger. So I think Hartlepool will get in the playoffs. And them gonna. Hartlepool 7th. It's between two sides for 6th, Solihull or Rochdale. I want to put us inside the playoffs, but I just can't see it. I can see it, but I can't see us finishing above 7th. And I think Hartlepool overall have probably got a better squad, and Solihull. I think we do well at what we do. I don't think Altrincham will finish inside the playoffs. I think the other night they looked very good, to be fair, and I'm not too sure about Rochdale. I know they won the other night, but overall, I think Gateshead will be in the playoffs. And then these four, I think we all can agree will be in the playoffs. So I'm going to go, and it may change next week because it always does. Hartlepool. I'm going to go Rochdale. Gateshead in 5th. Forest Green 4th. Barnet 3rd. Oldham 2nd. And York to win the league. That's what I think will happen. And I think we will finish about 8th or 9th as a Halifax fan. We'll have a look towards the bottom of the table in a sec. Let's have a look at what everyone's type of bands are, to be fair. Seems that everyone's kind of got good music taste, which is proper good. Stingstone's coming, Cortinas. If you ought to see any band live, you need to see these are mental live. They're probably my favourite band. The Blue Room, Oasis. I don't want to disrespect you. Are you old enough to have seen Oasis live? Or if you were, did you go see them in the past? Obviously, I'd love to see them. Not particularly because I love their music that much. I do. I know all the songs, but there's other bands that I actually prefer listening to. But I just think the atmosphere would be mental. Scott's coming and said Iron Maiden. I only know the band because of the Wheatus song, because there's like a lyric that kind of refers to the band. Coldplay. I want to see them next year, to be fair. I've missed out on tickets. I'd have to get a resale ticket for that one. The Blue Room's actually coming and said Blur were incredible at Wembley last year. Yeah, I didn't even know about it until last minute. I think they were quite expensive as well. And obviously, I live in the north. Let's get down. It'd be good to see them again. Well, to see them live. Because they've reformed. I don't know what the plan is now because I've not heard anything since they did that. I don't know if it was a one-off or... The Sherlocks are a good band, very similar to Cortinas in terms of style, but different songs still. Yeah, to be fair, I've not listened to the Sherlocks, I'll be honest. I've heard of them. So if they're similar to Cortinas, I might have to give them a listen. See what everyone... And then we've had... Gateshead lost last night against Dale. So Ben, you're a Rochdale fan, fairs. And then we've had Solihull maybe. Thoughts on Ben Streven's Dagenham manager? I've heard he's actually under quite a bit of pressure at Dagenham at the moment in terms of being sacked. And I thought that was a good appointment, quite a smart appointment for Dagenham. And it's a hard one because I don't think Dagenham would get in who's any better. And I actually think he's a good manager. Maybe with Howard, I know this sounds stupid because he's just been let go by Braintree, but I don't agree with that 1 minute, to be honest. I think he's a good manager. Maybe if you were to get rid of Devon, Harrop comes in. I'll tell you who it would be ideal for, Angelo Harrop. It would be ideal for working with their situation. Takeover pending. Doyle under a lot of pressure. Most of the fan base have turned against him. If he went to working, that'd be perfect. He's a young manager, quite enthusiastic. I'd say that'd be a great appointment for working, me personally, overall. Hey, Hartlepool look good right now. There's no weakness. I think the game's back on, by the way, but there's no weakness in Oldham's whole squad or management. We're scoring goals with now a fully fit Norwood and great backup and going back up. James has said, "I hope you're right, Luke, but I wouldn't would take playoffs for York." Fair enough. I think I'd be saying with the way you're starting the squad now, I'd be saying you've got to finish first. I don't think it'd be disappointing if you came second, but I don't know. Plus, 8-year-old when you're at Oasis were kind of, a bit young, aren't you, when 8-year-old. I don't even think, I can't even remember what I was into. I want Matt Gray of Sutton. So he left. By the way, guys, if you're new, tune in tomorrow night. Of course, podcast live. Won't just be me talking with Paul. We will be previewing all the National League games. We'll have a look at the FA Cup as well. Talk a bit more in depth about what we've kind of discussed tonight a little bit. I said earlier, and probably before most people join, 3 up, 3 down. It's getting repetitive and boring talking about it because it don't feel like there's going to be a change. And it felt like if there was going to be a change, it was when Wrexham win the division because of Ryan Reynolds kind of being an advocate for trying to promote that, and it didn't happen. So, could it happen still? For me personally, I think it's not been talked about as much because a lot of big clubs have exited the division. But you look at the size at the moment, you've got York with the money they're spending, Oldham, Barnet, Forest Green. They could all easily do well in League Two. I think if you put that York side in League Two at the moment, I think they'd be playoffs. It's kicked off here, by the way, guys. I haven't even looked at the other results. I'm meant to be doing kind of a watch along on that. Well, let's get my phone. Yeah. How do you think so far I've done in terms of doing a watch on for the first time? Corner to Forest Green. I hope this ain't 0-0. It'd be a good point, but for a watch along, it'd be awful. Ebbsfleet Eastleigh's a draw at the moment. In hindsight, I should have done this last night and done a neutral game. Oh, bit of a tangle there in the Halifax half. %. There always is. Think of it last year. Chesterfield, Bromley, Barn. I don't think last year there were that many. Especially with Bromley. I think Bromley came third, didn't they? But Chesterfield were miles ahead of everyone else, and then everyone else were kind of like average, I'd say. Obviously, wherever you came, is where you finished. But for me overall, I think last season they want much of an uproar about it. Well, obviously, the previous year, if Notts County didn't get promoted, maybe in hindsight, we kind of needed Notts to not get promoted that year because then it would have looked ridiculous because obviously of the points that they got for them not to get promotion. As a podcaster like myself, if I didn't taken out with the fact I'm a Halifax fan and want to see us out of this division, it's a good thing we've not got 3 up, 3 down because it makes the league more entertaining. You know, if they were 2 promotion spots, most seasons it probably won't be as entertaining. I'm guessing, and also you probably get more teams obviously entering the division, but Forest Green on the break, and like I said, this is where they're dangerous. So this is where they'll end up scoring. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll go for the scores every 10, 15 minutes. Next time, if I was to do this again, I'd probably do it for I'd do it for Oldham v York. Because you'll get both sets of supporters who won't be at the game. Because obviously it'll probably be a sellout. I'll probably start doing this towards back end of the season. Obviously, what's frustrating is when Halifax play, most of the other teams are playing in the division. So there's no point doing it. I can't do a watch long because I'm at the game. It's like there's not many games I don't attend as a Halifax fan. So as for tonight, I just probably one of the few games I don't attend. Ended up with a weekly match pass from Watching Day last night, so got the Forest Green Facts game on at the moment. You, as a Watchdale fan, are you that bothered who wins this game, or well, you'll be wanting us to lose, I suppose, unless you see yourselves as being title challengers. Right. Let's just get a goal. Come on. No, maybe not. Okay. How's everyone's week been so far? Wednesday, so we're halfway through the week. I'm more or less done, mate. I've got 3. Obviously, I'm at college at the moment, so I've got 3 lessons left. Might wear foul for. Yeah, he's giving it. I hardly ever see foul throws get given. Halfway through the week. Football on Saturday. Kind of done all the concerts now for the year. Yeah, many out now until 2025. Oh, festivals have been announced, so I'm saving up to try look at them as well. Right, voice screen because you don't want to hold them winning league. Do you think, as a Rochdale fan, they could? Do you think they could win the league this year? I think they could. Who is your Prem team? Don't have a Prem team. I don't. There's teams I like and I have a soft spot for, but I don't want to have a no. I don't think you'll get the art at National League level. It's still a competitive level with a lot of full-time teams. So there won't be many fans out there who have 2 teams. I don't get it, me. I don't know how you can. Or like have the same amount of love for 2 clubs. Yeah, Oldham have got Leighton Orient desperate for the weekend now with Leighton Orient in the FA Cup with 1,200 Latics going down. Yeah, that would be good for you guys. That's what Halifax never have is an FA Cup run. Corner to us, actually. I need to keep an eye on this game. Oh. Also, I need to mention this actually. Massive thanks to Cards Accepted, who obviously sponsor the podcast every week, every Thursday. They sponsor the podcast, so we do appreciate that. No contract. If you use the link in the description, there's no contracts or monthly fees. If you'd like to purchase the card machine, share them out. Any local businesses, please promote them. And also, if you're new, we're live every Thursday. We've kind of had a bit of a break recently. Because of my laptop. I need to say a massive thanks to everyone that also donated as well. I do appreciate that. And for those who just watched the podcast, because obviously YouTube, I've got to a point now where YouTube actually pay me a bit of money, not much, but that goes towards paying for to get laptops fixed, etc. So like I said, I do appreciate everyone who actually watches as well, because it does mean a lot. And it just means a lot to have people here who are actually interested in listening to me waffle on, especially when I'm on my own. Because not back in this game, Mark. So I look at others. Barnet is still 1-0 up. Leeds are winning big Luton. QPR winning big Cardiff. Yeah, just to that question, you said, who's your Prem team? Do any of you guys have a Prem team? Because I honestly, I can never. There's clubs that I've kind of got a soft spot for, but I can't imagine having a side that I love as much as Halifax ever. So I'm guessing you're a Halifax fan. If you're new as well, before I'll ask you about this, we do a podcast every Thursday live. We get a bunch of National League supporters that come in. It's really good. So if you do like this kind of thing, then please check us out on a Thursday. We go live every Thursday, me and a co-host. So yeah, please check us out. But also, I'm watching the game, and I'm not. Forrest Green have had a massive chance just then. Dodge, actually. I'm not that impressed with Forrest Green, but I didn't think I would be because of the way they play. They don't really keep the ball. They're just good defensively, and they just catch you on the break, very quickly attack. So I didn't think impressed by them because they don't keep the ball, and most sides that you're impressed with are sides that can actually keep the ball. So most people will be impressed with your Gatesheads this season because they keep the ball well. But for me overall, I'm watching this, and I think Forest Green are beatable, but they usually take the chances, and we'll have to see. We're doing all right, to be fair. I think I've seen us play better, but I think considering where Forest Green are, we're doing okay. Ash has come in, obviously a channel member. If you want to become a channel member, you can do £2.99 a month. You get early access to interviews, and you can also use custom emojis in the live chat for your club. Hi, thought I'd drop in and say hi. Late one at work. Did you see the Theo Ridgington challenge last night? Yeah, it wasn't really a challenge, it was more of a punch, wasn't it? But yeah, I think Foldershot at the moment. It's testing times, isn't it? Slipping closer and closer towards that relegation zone. I think you're too good to really get involved in it for long, for me personally. But I think it's probably frustrating for Aldershot is they can't build on what they've done last season and have a push for the playoffs, because I don't think you have. And I look at that squad and particularly that starting lineup last night, and it's not a lineup that can get in the playoffs. Last season's lineup, honest, I look back and I think they underachieved when you actually look at some of those players. And that's probably what's frustrating is you've probably had one of the best squads that you've had in a number of years, and you probably didn't make the most of it. The likes of Tollage and Stokes. Cook's on you. Come on. Oh. Let's have a look towards the bottom of the league then. Eastleigh still drawing with Ebbsfleet, I believe. Who we think, I know we've mentioned it a little bit tonight about who sides that we think are going to go down. I think most people can agree Ebbsfleet are gone. 10-point adrift. At the moment, that's if they draw this game, by the way. Boston, for me, still within a shot of staying up, but I don't think they're good enough. Filed. Don't know about them, because I think when I see them play, I think they're a good side. But You're not picking results up. And then you've got Maidenhead, who always seem you probably think at the moment you'd be backing them to go down, but season on season, they always seem to pull it out of the bag, don't they? Get a few results to survive. You look at sides above them, Wealdstone look like they're doing well at the moment. Can very soon change, obviously, if they have a defeat, a few injuries, they could be back. People could be back predicting them to go down. So they're clearly not out of it. They're only out on goal difference. I think they'll stay up there. Working the way they're going at the moment. Of course, a point last night, but financial issues. It's quite a small squad. Not too impressed with it. They could be in the thick of it. And then you look at sides above, and I don't think any of those I could really see going down. Tamworth, I could see probably getting in the mix of it with them just coming up. But then again, there's nothing to really back me point there because of what they've done so far. And you look further up and there's no side. So for me, the bottom four, they're all going to be involved in it. Ebbsfleet won't be, obviously, because they'll be down. And then you'd probably say, I'd say these sides. And for some reason, I think Tamworth, as the season goes on, could be involved. I'll come back to the live chat. Ben, can I ask you a question as well? As a Rochdale fan, do you see Halifax as rivals? I don't live in Halifax, so I probably don't have that same kind of like, I don't know, it's what everyone else. But I don't see what I do because of the distance, but I don't have a hatred towards Rochdale. I think it probably used to be. I don't really. There's no club. Maybe we've got to do my podcast and stuff, but there's no club that, like in the National League, that really got an agenda against. I find it funny when certain teams lose, but so, for example, if York lose, I find it funny now because of the amount of grief I got when they beat us. But I don't have anything against them. Oh, that were good. Billy Waters, Cook. It's very like end to end this game. Oh, it's poor that Waters. He's someone so far probably not been as prolific as what he was last time. He was at his second spell. I think the issue's probably been that he's probably going to play a very different way, which probably don't suit him. I think he's scored 3 goals so far, 4 goals in all competitions in, I think, 15 appearances, something like that. I'll come back to live chat, but I think Forrest is just attacking here. No. Oh, we've got a goal, and it's gone to Forest Green. Poor goal. It's not. I hate conceding poor goals. That is such a poor goal. Left hand side, he just passed it in, and then it's been like a 50-50 to try clear it, and it Forest Green man just tapped it in. Don't know who scored. I'll announce that shortly, but. Oh. They've hardly had any chances. And this is why we cannot kick on and be in the title race. Everyone will say this about Forest Green. And I'm going to say it as well. That I don't actually think they're that good of a side. I don't think they look like they're that good of a side, but what they do is they pick up results by defending well and then catching on the break quickly. I don't come away from today thinking, oh, yeah, I think Forest Green are a really good side. The Forest Green back to top of the league. Barnet down to second. York in third. York 3 points off top now. Oh, questions about a sending off here for Halifax. This is all we need. It's a booking, actually. I didn't actually see the challenge, so I'll have to see if there's a replay for that. Those Green fans are shouting for him to be sent off. If you drop a like on the podcast as well, please, everyone. It's not even a podcast, watch along, whatever you want to call it. And also, if there's any other ideas, because, like I said, the channel overall is doing very well at the moment with the regular podcasts and the odd interview that I do. But if there's any other ideas that you want and content, like on the National League, then just let me know. Because I am open to doing more things. I wouldn't mind getting Steve Cottrell on the podcast, to be fair. I think that'd be a difficult person to get on as well. And I think top 3 managers that I'd want to interview I've not done yet in the National League. I would have to say, I'd like Adam Hinchelwood of York, but I'd probably want to do that at the end of the season. I think there'll be more to talk about then than what there is now, although there is quite a lot you could talk about. Steve Cottrell. Oh, God. Oh, God. This is where the game will end, because they'll just catch us on the break here now. Played right into their hands, gone 1-0 down. We'll try get an equaliser, and Forest Green will just catch us on the break. And this is how they win the games, and this is why they're up there this season. Steve Cottrell, Adam Hinchelwood. I think Dean Brennan would be an interesting one. Seems like a bit of a character. Kevin Mayer, obviously, with everything that's happened there. Maybe that'd be one for a bit further on in the future when I think Southend pick up, which I think they will do under him. And obviously, Chris Millington in a way for Halifax, just because obviously I'm a Halifax fan. Oh, God. Are we still live? Was it? We have. Right. Oh, I thought you were a Halifax fan. Sorry, mate. We've really fixed our defence this season. Yeah, Toes is a great addition when he signed for you guys. How have we been playing? Like, Ryan, are you a Halifax fan? Okay. Like I said, I don't think much to Forest Green, but like I keep saying, I don't think many sides will. They've just been effective in both boxes. They've not really kept the ball, but they've been effective in both boxes. Yeah, that's the game I'm watching at the moment, Scott. For Halifax, not too impressed. Thought we've defended well up until that goal, but to be honest, Forest Green hadn't had much chances. It's been a poor game, to be honest, Ryan. if these win the league, then I would have to say that this season is a lot poorer than previous for sides up there. Just gifting them the ball. Right. Oh. The passing's off as well. Idiot. 24 people watching. A lot more than I thought, to be honest, earlier. So yeah, thanks to those that have obviously tuned in. I keep repeating it, but obviously never done this before. Most people will be at the games, so I do appreciate everyone that's obviously tuned in tonight. Just thought a bit of fun, something a little bit different. Ebbsfleet doomed, yeah. Ebbsfleet 1-0 down. I haven't actually looked at that. Yeah, the game's on National League TV, but I think it's also on. I think I'm watching it on DAZN. Yeah, Eastleigh beating Ebbsfleet. And Eastleigh haven't won, I don't think, have this in September. They haven't won since the 21st of September, which came against Rochdale. They haven't actually won away since August. So for Ebbsfleet, yeah, they are doomed. Was I impressed by York? I don't think they turned up. I was impressed by the way they managed to come back, although we gifted them the goals. Similar to, it's different, but it's like Forest Green. I don't particularly much to them, but what they've done is they've took the chance, and they're probably going to go on to win this game because they're quite good defensively. Come on. Oh. Oh, we had a bit of a chance then. We're going to struggle to score against these. But like I said, I don't think much to Forest Green. I didn't think much to York because we played well. But when they play against Halifax, the way we play, we're not going to make side look good, sorry. Because we stop teams from playing. I can't comment on Gates at our place because I wasn't there. That's the one home game I've missed so far. Oh. Oldham probably impressed me. Who was the best player in the league, in your opinion? Don't like doing that because you don't, positions wise, you can't compare an attacking midfielder with like a centre back. Or you can't even compare a defensive midfielder with an attacking midfielder or a striker. I could do it in every position, but then again, I think Nick Horton, you'd probably have to say is up there because the amount of goals and assists he's got, and he's playing in quite a poor field side. In terms of strikers, Adam Pearce, you've got obviously Kabamba. James Norwood probably not been the best this season. I think Adam Pearce so far going forward. I think overall the last couple of years, you'd have to say McCallum. I think, in my opinion, probably the face at National League. He's prolific every season in this division, but he's been in it for. Dark horse Hartlepool. Yeah, I agree. I've got them to finish inside the playoffs. Giving it a go, but yeah, we are, to be fair. Corner. Can't remember scoring a goal from a corner. Once again. Get the ball in. We even made a sub. Commentator just said we look dangerous. I don't know about that. Is the UK cold at the moment? Yeah, it's absolutely freezing. How's it in America? I don't know weather conditions in like Kentucky or whatever, to be honest. Believe it, isn't it quite a hot part of America, to be fair? I might be talking absolute waffle there. Knowles has been good for Forest Green. Oh, he's kept it in. Had that gone out, that'll be the question if they score here. Oh, so Ebbsfleet losing to Eastleigh. That'll be Eastleigh's first win of the season. That'll be Eastleigh's first win away of the season since the 21st of August versus I think was it Altrincham I said away from home. Barnet have actually Barnet have now down to third because Yeovil have just equalised versus Barnet at home. James Plant with the goal. And obviously, during this game at the moment, Forest Green Rovers are 1-0 up versus my side, Halifax Town. Looking at the league table, then we'll have a look. Like Forest Green remain top. York, and Barnet, second and third. You've got Oldham fourth. For Oldham, it's obviously they win their game in hand. They'll be a point behind Barnet and Oldham. Gateshead, Rochdale, and Altrincham make up the playoffs. And then you've got Halifax, who are currently just outside of the playoff spots. They don't necessarily need a point tonight because they've still got that game in hand. I think they'll probably see this as a free hit, to be honest. But it'd be nice to be able to get something because we're playing against Southend on Saturday, which I think will be tough opposition, even considering Southend are in 16th at the moment. Yeovil down to 9th, so level on points with us. Oof. Forest Green have just had another chance. Yeah, it should have been 2-0, to be fair. Here in Kentucky, it's about to get ballistic. Down south is freezing. Yeah, it's not the best up here, to be honest, either. Ash, to be honest. To be fair, no, weather's been okay last couple of days since the snow and everything. It's been like clear sky, but it's been very, very cold. It's not good for me either because I have to get like I'm gonna get a bus in. I've got to walk, then get a bus. And where I'm at college, it's quite an awkward place to get to because it's where I went to school, but I have to use like a school bus to get there unless I can get a lift from my parents. I'm doing driving lessons at the moment. But in terms of buses, it's like a nightmare, to be honest, because you have to rely on a school bus. If you don't get a school bus, it's like 2 buses. It's not even that far. But where I kind of like live, it's in the middle of nowhere, so you're not going to get like buses to straight places. It's like very countryside. Thing is with a club like Forest Green now, they've had a bunch of money pumped into them, done well to get to League One, and then it's kind of gone a bit stale. They've had back-to-back relegations to Halifax, back-to-back relegations to the National League. What's kind of the aim for Forest Green now, long term? Because they've kind of achieved everything. They've got into the Football League. I can't see the fan base growing any further now. Right. Oh, Forest Green attacking. Oh, £10 for this, by the way. It is very laggy. I don't know if it's because I'm streaming as well, but goals a problem for Southend. Yeah, losing Harry Cardwell doesn't help either. Obviously, Bond's coming, but he's not really lived up to expectation. Regain EFL status and sustain it probably. It'd be boring that. Even as a Halifax fan, it means so much if we got back into the Football League. Whereas for Forest Green, they've just been there, get back up. It's just I don't understand how it's sufficient because of the crowds to get as well. They spend a ridiculous amount of money, and this isn't a dig at Forest Green. It kind of is, but it's not. You look at the crowds they get, and to be fair, they're not horrendous for National League level. But with the money that they're spending compared to the crowds, like you look at Oldham, you kind of think, well, it's justified because they get 6,500, 7,000. You can see why they can bring in the James Norwood. Forest Green get 2,000. How can they like afford to bring in keep the squad, keep the amount of players that they have done? Forest Green just doesn't have a chance. Keep the players that they have done in the likes of Dodge and Knowles, and then obviously also bring in the likes of Ventosa coming in, Cardwell coming in as well. Because I don't understand what the owner's getting, how the owner's making a profit from this, to be honest. Because they're in National League, and if they go up, they probably won't go any further. They're attacking here. Oh, should have been 2-0. I think in the second half, Forest Green probably should be 2 or 3 up, to be honest. And it's on the break. They're just catching us like I thought. It's playing right into their hands as being them taking the lead. They wants us to get to the championship and build a new stadium and training ground. Yeah, but the thing is, like, I've never been, so I don't know. But from what I've heard, Forest Green, it's in Nailsworth, and Nailsworth's like a village, isn't it? So how's a club like that going to be? I think it's amazing that they actually get 2,000 in there with the size of Nailsworth. I know there probably ain't many clubs around there, but still. 7 minutes remaining here. To be fair, I've quite enjoyed tonight. Something a bit different. Barnet have now taken the lead. They're now 2-1 up at Yeovil. So Barnet to second. They'll be hoping that we can do them a favour here. Oh. There were a question earlier, I forgot to answer it. Who do I think will come up from National League North and South? It's not a division that I'm particularly educated on. Chorley top at the moment. I'd like to think the Scunthorpe will end up winning the league, and I'd want them to. Big club in this division. National League South, Truro City. I'd like Torquay to win the league because, again, a big club. Nice away day. I know it's long distance, but it's a nice, away day. And probably I'd want Dorking to be back in National League. I think they bring something different to the division. And then who else do I want from North? I like Chester. That's a ground I've not been to. Quite a big club. I'd want Scunthorpe, Chester, Torquay, and Dorking. I think sides that I think will go up. Not that educated on it, but I'd probably say Scunthorpe. I'd probably say Scunthorpe and Chorley. I think, and then South-wise, still think Torquay will win league. It's hard to tell. I'm not, like I said, a lot of the clubs, what I do when they get into the division, that's when I kind of keep a track of them. I couldn't name a Truro player. If I look through the squad, there'll probably be a few players that I might recognise from previous clubs they've played for. Worthing are doing well, to be fair, considering Adam Hinshelwood and the amount of players that they've lost. Right. Truro, Ascot. Have they actually? I've not even noticed that. That's a massive drop off considering some of clubs these. Oh, get in! We've equalised. It blooming lagged, so I didn't see it, but we've equalised. Come on. Seems to be a fair few that have gone and all. That's a right bit. A shot from outside at box from Mandro Obore. He's had an effort on goal. The keeper spilled it. And then I believe, is that Billy Waters? I think, no. I think it was Billy Waters. But we've equalised, getting midweek away from home, Forest Green, 1-1 draw. I'd take that. Come on. Up the Shaman. Anyone hear that? My dad's going absolutely. He's behind on the stream. I'm just heard him going. I'll try to remain professional. My dad's just absolutely screaming downstairs. How have we played, Luke? Not. I think we've done all right. Done well to get an equaliser. I'll probably say Forest Green have had the chances. Probably should have gone 2-0 up, maybe even 3-0 up. First half were very even. But to be fair, I think we've had the chances as well. If we can get a winner here, come on. Just don't lose it now. Come on. All right. Oh. Yeah. I forgot about Maidstone. I want my Maidstone back in this division. I want a Torquay and then a Dorking or a Maidstone or someone with a bit of a fan base to get up, to be honest. Come on. Love that. Come on, we'll have that. Midweek. Who was the score? Let me find out who the score was, because it looked like Billy. It looked like a Billy Waters type of goal, but it's been given to Oliver Borey, but I don't think it was, because it was he had the initial effort and then it was a follow up. But this will be a massive point for us. Forrest Green attacking here though. I think we've got effort. Although we've gifted Forrest Green a few chances, I think our effort we deserve. We're attacking now. Come on. Come on. 90 minutes. I don't know how much time's added on. This will be perfect because we're 8th at the moment, game in hand on Altrincham, and we're level on points with them. Come on. It's that time though now, isn't it? Like, it's a good point, but you feel like the game's for the taking. But the type of team that Forest Green are, you know that they could just hurt you like that. So you don't really want to push too far forward. Although it does feel like it's for the taking now, this game. Well, before we end it, obviously, once the game's finished, we'll have a look at the final table, take your last questions, and then we'll bring things to a close. Like I said, guys, obviously, like, it's new, so I didn't really expect numbers to be like they are for the normal podcasts tonight. But it's been quite fun, and to be fair, to have quite like a small number, it's been good because it's been more of a conversation, hasn't it? Speaking to you guys, and they've not been horrendous like I thought they would be at first. I thought at one point I'd be speaking to myself. So yeah, like I said, it's been okay tonight, and I've quite enjoyed it, to be fair. So I'll definitely do this again in the future. And I think if we kept at it, you never know, it could kind of maybe grow. It's good because there's people obviously in who are actually not watching the game, so it's kind of benefiting them because they can't get access to the game. Obviously as well, I'm new to this, so I don't know how well I'm doing or not. 4 minutes added on, by the way. Obviously, let's have a look at the scores before we. Yeah, Barnett's still winning against Yeovil. This game's a draw, obviously, and Eastleigh are beating Ebbsfleet. We'll go through last night's results a little bit, and then obviously I don't want to go into too much detail because we'll be speaking about that tonight. Oh, well done. Halifax attacking here, keeping the ball in Forest Green's half. Come on. Don't lose. Just lost the ball in a bad position, and Forest Green are attacking here. Just take him down. Nah, it's fine. Leeds are beating Luton 3-0. How's the Champions League going? Liverpool are beating Madrid. Idea as well. For me, 18, because I'm 18 this year, I'm thinking of, as I want to make the most of it, I'm thinking of going to Barcelona with my mate. But the issue is we wanted to go to a game, and I didn't think about it. The new cap's actually been redeveloped, innit? So I'm not sure if Barcelona's the best city to go to now because we can't do a tour or anything. So I'm thinking of other cities we could go to for me and my mates. Oh, Eastleigh have actually... Oh, no. Ebbsfleet have equalised the Eastleigh. I don't know how much that will make a difference in the grand scheme of things. I think minute remaining in this game, Forest Green on the ball. Come on, don't foul him. Obviously, actually, it's not come up that Ebbsfleet have equalised. Come on. I think these are going to have... Oh, that's a... That'll be it, that. Free kick just before Halifax were about to attack. I can't see us think we'll be happy with a point. March, so like April. I'll be 30th of March. I've actually done AC Milan with England, and Milan as a city, I liked it. I don't know what it'd be like as like an 18-year-old my mate. I went with my dad to San Siro. It's a good ground though, isn't it? Old. The new camp though, it's always been like a kind of like dream going somewhere like that. I'd want to do Bernabeu, but Madrid as a city is not. That'll be it. That 4 minutes up, you'll blow here. Yeah, that's it. Game over. 1-1 draw. I'll take that midweek. To be fair, few Forest Green fans are booing. Reminds me of being at the Shea. That if we'd have drawn to Forest Green at the Shea today, our fans would have booed. That's how fickle they are and demanding. But no, obviously that kind of finishes the game. Probably fairish result. I think Forest Green had the opportunities at times when they were 1-0 up to maybe score a second or a third. But it's a good point that away from home. A point in the predictions league. I predicted a 2-2 draw and we've got a 1-1, so I get a point. So that'll do me wonders as well. I think I'm doing pretty well for this week. Obviously, if you're new, we go live every Thursday. Obviously, we go live every Thursday. Predicting all the National League games, myself and my co-host. You can get involved in the live chat as we usually do. Talk about the latest news surrounding National League. A few good topics tonight. If there's any other topics that you want me to discuss, let me know. But the following that I'm thinking of, we're going to discuss 3 up, 3 down, and maybe a solution to bring to the EFL. Why we need 3 up, 3 down, because obviously everyone agrees with it in the National League that we need 3 up, 3 down. We'll also be discussing a bit about the title race as well. Is it wide open? Could Against or Rochdale get involved in this title race? Towards the bottom, nothing to particularly talk about. Obviously, Angelo Harrop. Could there be any clubs in the National League we could see managing in the future? And who will Braintree's next manager be? And I'll think of a few more for tomorrow as well. If you want any more, then you can obviously look in the live chat. We'll have a look at the table before we bring things to a close. But no, that's a good point for Halifax. I think overall, away from home, league leaders. I think we have to be happy with that. So yeah, I am. Let's have a look at the league table then. So Barnet is still playing, and as it stands, they will be top of the division on 43 points. They're 2-1 up. Actually, I should have got that game up. Home. Let me try get this game up, actually. He'll probably be finishing, but it's worth a look. How have we found it, though, overall tonight, everyone? Has it been okay? Do you want me to do it again in the future, or... Yeah. Get this game up. I'll just check it's not finished. Oh, 4 minutes added on. I'd have thought it'd have finished by now. Yeah, I'm not bothered. I think it'll have finished. But no, we'll have a look at the table then, and then we'll bring things to a close. So Barnet, obviously top of the league, if they win their game, which I think they're just about to do now. Forest Green second after that draw tonight. Oh, they're pulling 6 minutes over. I don't know how much time's been added on there. Forest Green, obviously. York third after last night's result, losing 3-0. I think they'll be playing at the weekend, I believe. Oldham fourth. Gateshead, Rochdale and Altrincham make up the playoffs. Obviously, we're still outside of the playoffs, but we've got a game in hand in Altrincham, and you have to say that's a good point away from home at Forest Green. Eastleigh must have just scored because they are now up to 9th. Yeovil at Sutton, obviously winning against Solihull last night. Hartlepool, 12th. Yeovil, your Dagenhams, your Tamworth, Southend, Aldershot, Woking, Wealdstone, Ebbsfleet, they're gone. Let's be honest. terms of games that we'll look at tonight, we'll have a look at quick preview at the game week 21. Obviously, we've got Braintree Gates to look at, Ebbsfleet v Boston, the 24th v 23rd, Halifax v Southend. We've got Hartlepool v Barnet. Now, that's going to be a good game. Hartlepool obviously improving recently. Barnet back to top of the league now. Of course, 7 minutes were added on there. I don't know how much time was added on. We'll have a look, and if there is a silly amount, then might have a look at that game. We've got Woking v Yeovil, York v Maidenhead. I think Maidenhead are a bit of a bogey side for York. Forest Green coming up against Dagenham. Solihull v Altrincham was Aldershot, sorry. Wealdstone have got Altrincham. Rochdale have got Tamworth. And, oh no, that's a separate game week, actually. Games finished there. And then, yeah, it finishes there. So there's about 6 games to preview. We've got the FA Cup to also have a look at as well. Latest news surrounding the National League. Asher said Dortmund. I actually went to Dortmund's ground for the semi-final, but to be fair, to go for a Bundesliga game, that'd be class. Only thing is, it's like, I don't know, Germany. I've been, so I kind of want to do something a little bit different, but nah. Yeah, Southend don't need Halifax right now. I need to find a way to score. No, but no, I think overall that's a good point tonight. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in. I genuinely do appreciate it. Something a little bit different. I don't know if I'll be doing this again or not, but to be fair, it's not gone as bad as I thought it might have initially done. Eastleigh have beaten Ebbsfleet away. But no, thanks to everyone that's tuned in. Thanks for getting involved in the live chat as well. And we'll speak next time. So I'll see you tomorrow night for our podcast. So bye for now, everyone.